Hey, I'm sorry. Well, now in this format. Hey, how are you? Welcome back. For those who are just starting fresh, this part two, let me make a really quick recap of what we were doing on part one. Because for this particular session, we were having part one and then just right after that, part two. So, during part one, I share with you some slides that you can find, that you will find on the where I put them. I put it on a repo. Yeah, I always share the slides. Don't worry, I'll find the link. Um, but well, the important thing is that in those slides, I just quickly shared the process of what we were going to do. That's Let me start sharing my screen. This. Oh my god. And I have to add them to the stream, of course. This, right? So in this, we set the goals and the scope that we had to understand a project. In this case, I'm doing the MARPit, well, MARP. Uh, Understand the project structure for your needs, the preferences, blah blah blah. Identify some features because remember this is your favorites. Between quotes, they don't have to be specifically your favorite, but a project you're familiar with. I already mentioned in part one that if you don't have a project in mind, this may be not the perfect session for you. This is the session for when you have a tool that you use, that you love, that you like a lot, and you want to enhance it, or port to it, or contribute to it via open source. The other example that it's when you want to contribute to open source, put it, making practice your knowledge and so on, but you don't have a repo. That will be a session that I give on, I think what it was, Monday or Thursday. I cannot remember, but that's the part two of open source with artificial intelligence. That's how you can find it in the recordings. In there, I share some resources on how you find a project you can contribute with artificial intelligence and other pages like Good First Issue and stuff like that. But for this, we were reviewing a project I like a lot, that's Smart, Markdown generation for slides. We identified the feature that we want to create, and then once we did that, we read the contribution guidelines for that project. The specific collection of repositories had two contribution files, one for general all the projects and one specifically for the MARP CLI, which is the one we are going to contribute in a moment. Hey, so I see some comments. Aran Sharma says what repo you are going to work on. Give me a second, I will share it. I tried this year, GSOC. It was hard. It was too hard. What do you mean with GSOC? I am not familiar with that. Let me Google the term. Uh, uh, oh, Google Summer of Code. I get it. Okay, perfect. What do you find hard about that? I'm saying it is not. I mean, like I know we all have of challenges we have to affront in different ways, but I want to get what you find. What do you think? What was the hard part of that? Malik, hey, it was a while since I haven't seen you. Um, and this is the first time I see you in the Global Hack Week for open source. Why is that? You did not get a chance to watch all our streams, but it is always a pleasure to have you around here. So we are in this point. This is where we leave it in the part one. We explore a lot the repositories. We explore a lot the issues. We check the conversations and we try to understand the maintainer. I think we did. So now we can start contributing. The repo I'm contributing to is this one, marp CLI. So here's the link. The projects issued was not for intermediate levels. Yeah, that sometimes happened. I that people tends to tag very ambiguously, like the oh, this is a good first issue, and you're asking for a lot of things that not be a good first issue, or they confuse like oh this it's going to be a good first issue for someone that's like very high level with a lot of expertise but who hasn't contributed to this project before, right? And well, that's that's not true. Um, that's why we spent like the first 2 hours of this trying to find the issues to work on, right? So now that we have them, let's use these tools. Hands-on implementation. Implement the tools. Oh, I found a typo. Implement tools ourselves to gain in-depth hands-on understanding of this architecture and workflow. We can leverage on GitHub, Copilot, and Forky to help implement scalable contribution tasks, right? So let's do that. I already cloned this. No, I think I didn't. Uh, yeah, I'm sorry. I think CD developer. Yeah, I didn't clone fork it. Actually, I forked the other one. I mentioned that if we didn't find the interesting issues to contribute in code. I had a backup plan on contributing to not marp CLI but marpit, the base framework. In documentation, I found a really simple one to contribute. Actually, that's why I forked the other one. But hey, I can fork the marpit CLI as well. So, oh no, this is here. We need to fork marp CLI. Okay, let's create that fork. Perfect. And let me open the original one. So in this, I can clone it. With the me handle. Marp CLI. Yeah, I had the marpit. Yeah, but I need to actually. I'm going to move this from here to here. At to workplace. No, then no. What I did, I'm not understanding. I just simply wanted to copy all of this. Okay, let's save. Open this again. Yeah, I have it now. So I can close this marpit. And we're ready to go. Let me make this bigger. So yeah, not that big. Okay, perfect. Uh, May could have mercy on me next time, Lamau. Yeah, don't worry. Uh, Plus, I don't know if you try to do it like with artificial intelligence tools. we can leverage them like for trying to understand a lot of things and also accelerating our contributions, right? So yeah, let's first get this thing running. I think that will be the next thing to follow. Local build, setup, blah blah blah. Once we clone it, and then we can have our hands on the implementation of the feature. Um, so let's take a look to the instructions. Try it. Okay, install. Okay, no, local installation. Local installation, basic usage. Convert, blah 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 blah. Hmm, hmm. This isn't how to use it. Tim said, use the content then. Okay, here, configuration file. Marp CLI can be configured. Options with the such blah 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 config mark config in this model. NGS. Okay, allow local files, outer, bespoke, OC, browser path, HTML, output, flag, title, string, auto completion, config with a custom engine, API experimental. You can use MARP CLI through Node.js if install MARP CLI into your local project. MARP CLI that blah blah blah. Error handling, weight observation, contribution, author, the MARP team license. Okay, I don't see how to set this up. So let's ask Copilot how to get started with this repository. Installation and usage. The README provides the tile installation and usage steps for MARP CLI. You can use for one-shot markdown conversations via package managers like Homebrew or Scoop, or globally using npm. For Docker users, the official container image is available. Additional standalone binaries, blah blah blah, windows can be downloaded and release this page. Also, it's combined for converting contribution guidelines, issue for new contributions. I want to know not how to use the tool from the packages, but how can I use it locally because I want to make some improvements. So yeah, that's a great suggestion. I see there is the package JSON here. So first thing first, it's doing the npm install of all of the required things. And then build. This will bundle and magnify the code. The build versions, instead of using word command, use the local build version. So all added, full vulnerabilities, audit fix, next. Scripts, build, standalone, checked, clean format. So build, npm run build. Build, it's going to make us a clean and roll up. So watch in mode optional. If you want to use continuous building during development, you can use the turn run watch. Standalone binary. If you want to create standalone binary for testing, um, explain to me what the standalone is for. Debugging filter specific to both logs by namespace, contribution guidelines. Okay. Okay, this was generated. But where? Or should that be generated? Marpcli.js. Nodes, a fast run leap, recursive from true. It's a clean. Okay, let me check this also. The standalone binary for the marked CLI, it's a self-contained executable that allows you to use the tool without requiring additional dependencies like Node.js. It's particularly useful in scenarios where Node.js installation, portability, quick deployment. Okay, I get it. So, but I don't see where the simple build is. Role of classic file to URL, node URL, node model, where this was generated, batches, flight test, circle CI, GitHub, delete, Docker file. I don't see anything. Okay. Source templates Pico created leaf. Oh, it's the library. I'm guessing. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. Library. Yeah, maybe. If I build it again, will it generate the library? Yeah, it generated the library. So, tu- 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 I realized when running the regular build, I get a lip uh, deer. What's next? This left directory contains the transpiled and bundled JavaScript for the maps. Allow this directory is essential because it's the output of the build process. Use the local build. Okay, let's try that. Node no output If we do npx, for example, this, but mark CLI help, what do we get? What? Don't tell me that if I run that I broke something. Ooh, I think I broke some. I think I broke something. SH file interpreter notes. What happened here? Okay, let me do code mark it. On inside here, come on, Visual Studio, load. And now if I run this, yeah, I took get the output. So I'm guessing the error then it's because we're finding how this is the market CLI under the market. File interpreter. Okay. Um, market CLI help. I'm going to delete this and try this command again. Why in here this isn't working? Hmm. Let me ask Copilot here about this. I am trying to test, but I get the error indicates that the more binary is trying to use a Node.js interpreter located at home blah, 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 which does not exist. Typically, this happens when Node.js installation path has changed out of its current setup. Here's the step to resolve this issue. Hmm. This. Okay. I'm just going to open another hyper. I'm going to make it this bigger. So, for example, here, if I say help, this won't be a problem. This is only happening in this full directory. Is there any chance some config file might be the problem? Now I'm going to add the whole base here, and let's wait for results. Yet it's possible the configuration file you protect directories causing the issue. Mark supports configuration search. Okay, this is the file. Is this the file? Use strict prepare require leave prepare GGS. Constant CLI if CLI book require leave back match. Process exit. Let me try to do something. Node mark CLI help. Throw error requires tag. User not model found. Oh yeah, because I deleted it. npm run build. Okay, let's give it a time. Meanwhile, let's keep reading about this. Name marbit config. There's no marbit config here. License Docker entry point, change log, and VRC, slides, packages, not models. Almost there. Scripts, patches. Okay, we have the docs, batches, scripts. We can close the slides. Sources, utils, CLI config converter engine error. Index mob CLI TS patch prepare serve. Okay, at least the leaves are now, so we can do node mob CLI help yes, and we have our defined option here, right? Perfect. I was just my bad, sorry. But what I want here now is that I want to be able to do this. Take the node marp cli.js, and actually I'm going to delete this HTML and this PDF, and I want to convert the slide in MD of the slide folder into the slide HTML. Let's see if that's possible. It is, and this is from the not from any package, but from the same. So perfect. README for Markdown, the HTML. I'm going to copy the path, and you will see here the same slides. Perfect. These are the slides. Now remember that the problem was there's no title here. If we add a title directly here, like title, and we just say MLH Oz week, that will be the title for this. I need to convert it again. It's done, and now refresh it. We have our title. The idea of the issue here is that the text title of the deck from the first slide, when the title option it's not passed, right? So I want to delete this, and I want to say fix. Okay, never mind. I fixed that. Now my CLI tool is running fine in local. Help me create. Okay, no. Here, let's use the tools for what they are done, right? Uh, and now that we have our project running, uh, we need to move. Now that we have our local build ready, we set up everything, the environment, we will install the building, etc. Let's use this tool, Fork E, to help us create the pull request, right? The contributions. You see, contributors here. One of them, it's me. This tool, I showcased that in the session 3 of our open source with artificial intelligence, will help you generate a lot of the code that it's required for making these contributions. So if you haven't made it before, I introduce you. This is one of the greatest tools for making open source accessible through artificial intelligence and to accelerating contributions. The author, Adonai, the actual maintainer of this, I met him at Revolution UC. That's where I met this project. And actually, my contributions were just making things like templates. For example, here you will see in the open discussions, that's one suggestion that I added. Uh, there are some pull requests from me that were closed. One is from added the code of conduct, the other is for adding new contribution guidelines, the other is for adding templates for making easier to add a new pull request, right? Or for example, to adding an issue, I added the templates for the report, feature request, or even the pull request. Um, oh, I think my bad is that this shouldn't be here. Black issue, create a new issue. Okay, that's my bad. Um, I need to correct that. But yeah, when I open this, I need to pause the Mark CLI. Once that I have this, I can open the Let's Contribute, and I will receive the insights on the pull requests, the insights, sorry, on the issues, the ideas, a graphic view of how the project is structured. Uh, okay, that's taking its time. It's loading. Don't worry. A summary, what you can build, why to contribute to this project. Okay, and how this is structured, right? Again, okay. So let's go to the issues. This accessibility one, this is labeled here as easy, but maybe it's not. And I know like how this works, so I'm going to hack it since the issue we want here it's not yet there. So at the HTML header meta icon customization. This one's one of the ones we wanted, but let me close one of these. We don't want this anymore. No worries. Huh. We can close this also, I think. Also this. Exact title. Okay, yeah, I think we have all open needed. So yeah, I'm going to hack this. So I'm going to say discuss in chat. And before we said that, let's help me add a solution for this issue, the title of the issue. So I'm going to open this. Replace it. the issue is located at. I'm going to send the link for this. I'm going to replace the link, and I'm going to say please provide a detailed implementation plan with code examples, potential. Oh, we need to change this. Yeah, challenges and best practice to follow. Right. My best friend, can you prepare Discord server? I want to join you. Oh, you mean like for this repo? I think the night doesn't have any plan to add a Discord server yet, but um, I just opened an issue to make him like, well, ask him to open discussions. Uh, Yeah, he reacted, but I'm not sure what does that mean. No, because discussion is not available yet. So he already merged some pull requests, but I'm not sure. And if you're meaning like in general for the mainly hacking, the Discord server, it's discord.mlh.com, I think. Great question. It's discord.mlh, just like that. No, Discord mlh.io. Yeah, yeah. So for the mainly hacking, it's discord.mlh.io. And in general, for well, not in general, but specifically, sorry for this repository. I think the community is just getting started. We don't have a Discord server, but you can start a discussion in the issues, right? Um, we have a response now. So, hey there, I'll be happy to help you with implementing a solution for automatically detecting the title of the slide deck from the first slide when the title option is not passed. It's a neat enhancement that can improve the user experience. Here's a detailed plan, got examples, and some best practices to guide you implement the plan. Uh, First, the first slide. Modify the source engine in plugins TS to extract the first heading from the first slide. Yeah. So let's start opening that. In source, there is the engine and there is the info plugin, right? So here, to extract the first heading for the first slide. So the info plugin says our information about yes, is this the info plugin TS? Info plugin, yeah. The engine interface gives us author, description, image, keyword, length, size, theme, title, and a URL. So export engine info from symbol. It's equal to symbol. Export default function info plugin const marked a markdown md core rules purge markdown marked CLI info state. The title, it's called rectis marked CLI title size. Okay, let's see how this is implemented. Update configuration. If not always provided via CLI of config, use the extracted title. Handle edit cases. Deal with cases where the first slide has no heading and of code examples. Let's start by modifying these. So you need to import necessary models, extract the title from the first slide, extract engine info, import markdown it from markdown it. Okay, so we can start adding that. I want to see where else this is used. So in the transition plugin and in the outline plugin. And those are for the PDF, and these are here in the engine. Okay. Is there an HTML plugin or something like that? Changelog package readme demo readme readme slides config converter. Maybe it's this converter type. Wow, a lot of things here. Type converter. Okay. Hmm. So export interface engine info. So here it is. Engine info has the author. Okay, let me. Thankfully, I have a big screen, so I just need to close this and this. So let's start making operation. Author, description, string unidentified. The image is a string unidentified. Keyword string unidentified. Length, string number, length, number, size, theme, title. Okay, these are the same. Export the function info plugin, const marpit, marpit from markdown, markdown core rules, push non-virtual info, if state inline return, const theme. These are the same. Yes. Then here, extract the first line. Okay, then this is all the piece of code I want. Extract the title from the first slide if not defined. Title, it's global directive. If there's no title and state tokens length, find the first heading token. I'm going to say, oh, manage if there are multiple okay no so I'm going to say this here. The title is going to be the heading token content, and that will be it. Engine info will tell the title, not only because of this, but just the title. Perfect. Now next, in the config, in source config, update the converter option method to check for an idle and use the extract file if not idle is provided via the CLI or config file. So in returns, okay, here the title. Hmm. Update the converter option. This is the converter option. Check for a title and use the extracted title if title is not provided via CLI or config file. Okay, so complex first slides. If the first slide contains complex content, blah blah blah, or heading, type extraction might fail, performance, conflict titles, prioritized CLI config options, clear documentation, testing. So, let's try the first thing we did, like the first plugin. Uh, I don't think we need that. uh, the other thing that we need to understand here is in the info plugin. It's where this gets the information. So I'm going to make something. Let's make this bigger and like make this bigger again. So thank you, Forky. Let's continue our path. And for that, let's start understanding function info plugin where you're used in the converter, right? In the converter, we use more plugins, and then use meta plugin and use the info plugin. Okay, so once we get the info, the core idea is that we pass the marpit info plugin core border push the state. If the state inline mode return, there is no inline mode, then const theme set from marpit last global directives it calls the last global directives. The theme it's global directive theme or theme default or no name. The title, for example, here it's empty. Title is going to be global directive marked CLI title. If not title and the state tokens length are bigger than 0, const heading has to be the state token file. I need to know where they pass this state, but hey, that's fine. Uh, Tokens fine. The type heading open. If heading open and heading content, then the title it's heading content. So, being said that, let's try it. With those changes made, still output looks fine. And if I refresh, okay, this is not working. Okay, that's fine. I mean, at least we didn't break it. So, let's say some console logs. Oh, maybe, I'm sorry. Uh, I was missing the note um, npm, sorry, npm run build. I needed to make the build, so I'm sorry about that. Now with the changes, let's see if that doesn't break. Okay, it's taking its time to. Okay, yeah, ready. Oh no, no, no. Oof. Okay, we have a problem now. Cannot find the model. Leave prepare. Why is that? I didn't move anything. Oh, but there's no leaf. What happened? Maybe because I closed the build command, and the first thing that it does is cleaning the previous library. Sorry. We will have to wait again for the building. My bad, my bad. Dart SAS 2.0.0. Come on, you can do it. Node Morph Live. Okay, if we refresh, still we don't have the output. But now it does not break for sure, right? Uh, let's continue with compile it. Now I want to make a change. I want that if the user does not provide title either with either in the CLI. What was the word for that? Global reactive theme. Now I want to make a change. I want that if the user does not provide title either in the global directives or the title option, it's taken from it's set up automatically from the first heading of the presentation. Can you help me do that? And I'm going to add the full code base again for that. Okay, so to implement the change, you can modify the info plugin. Yeah, I have this function to extract the title from the first heading of the presentation if it is not provided in the global directives of the title option. Here's the updated code, the info plugin, blah blah blah. We already did that. If there's no title, state tokens are bigger than 0. Comes heading token, then it's this heading open. If it's the heading token, then const should be this, and that's it. It's the same. I mean, like, uh, I'm going to do some console log title. Console.log credit heading token. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Token. Token. Explanation change. Okay, that should be just that. Let's build that again and try, because I need to see those outputs. In these slides, this should be the first heading token, contributing your favorite open source project. Right? Right. So once this is done, once this is done, come on, it takes a lot of time. Great. Node maps, CLI, some slides. Okay, so I have the title, it's undefined, of course, I didn't set it. And then the heading token, it has some a tag h1, and I get why this is not getting that. State token, index of the heading token, plus one. State tokens. So I have the heading token, if the heading token exists, uh, but it has no content. So this is not quite right. Let's try with this approach. So if there's heading token that we are for sure that we have now, uh, the content of that should be in this. I'm not getting it. State, we should probably inspect the state, but they take token index of the heading token plus one. If the heading token and the heading token tag it's inline, title it's heading token content. My heading token looks like this, I will say. After inspecting my heading token looks like this. The heading token you provide does not contain the actual content of the heading in its content property. Yeah, I know. Actually, there's no content. It's in the attributes. I mean, you provide as indicated in your current implementation. However, to ensure logic correct, we can refine the code to handle its structure property. So automatically set the title from the first heading if not provided. If there's no providing here, uh, it's going to the token is same as the first. So this is just the only difference. if there's heading token. Okay, let's see the changes. The heading token content still the same. We're making just a trim. Okay. Let's see then if we build that, what we get. Okay, we know it takes a lot of time. What is this? Hey, we are contributing to a CLI tool from how to say it, an environment of tools that helps you generate uh, slides or presentations from Markdown files. Simple as that. But we're making an open source contribution here, so that's the case. Title, now it's contributing to your favorite project source. So if I refresh this, we have a title. That's nice. Okay, so let's make sure this does not fail. And now I want to make this with the better practices. Understand the project design pattern and use this and translate this into the best fit code for the repo. And I will give again the code base for that. What language is this? This is TypeScript. So TypeScript is like a way to interpret JavaScript. So it's very funny because, for example, JavaScript indeed it's not a programming language. I know. I know it's really really controversial, but JavaScript it's just how we interpret the ECMAScript foundation, right? So TypeScript well, for having context of TypeScript, JavaScript it's loose typing, right? So you can do a lot of things. You can multiply strings by numbers and a lot of things there, and you don't have to specify what are the type of your anything. In TypeScript, you have strong typing. That's just different. But you can think of TypeScript as just JavaScript with typing, and that will be the best explanation for it. Although you may be wondering then why people use JavaScript still, right? Uh, the all the things that work in the world, they work with JavaScript, but we have to uh, transpile, build the change the TypeScript base and translate it to JavaScript. The only difference then is that the type inference it's made smart enough, so TypeScript, it's just like an interface for us as humans that we can commit mistakes for not messing up, and JavaScript, it's just like the final result. But yeah, that's why it is. Um, okay, well, we have the thing here. To align with the design patterns and practices of the project, we can refactor the logic into a helper function. This approach improves readability, reusability, and testability. The helper function will encapsulate logic to for extract the title from the first heading, making into the info plugin function cleaner and more focused. So I'm going to use the function export default function. There's no other functions there. I'm going to save this, extract the title from the first heading in the markdown tokens. Uh, Now, perfect. And finally, I'm just going to use const title or the extract from first heading. Let's test it, and this looks more professional, at least to me. I like this, but I'm not sure if there are utils, CLI, config engine, ever. Yeah, there are no helpers. Uh, Other rule to fill in metadata. Okay. So I want to start testing this. Okay. How many coding languages you know? Uh, I don't know. I know Python. I know JavaScript, and I know Lua, and I know um, MATLAB. Again, the definition of coding language or programming language, and so it's where this discussion is start to be funny because I know a lot of people that, for example, when you try to find a job, I think that's ridiculous. But when you try to find a job, they define, like, for example, React as a coding language or programming language, Angular as programming language, uh, different frameworks or libraries, for example. Yeah, that they define that as coding language. Indeed, MATLAB it's not the programming language. I mean, MATLAB it's a full and complete suite that includes the IDE, the run engine, and a lot of things, but not itself the programming language. Um, for example, I can say JavaScript and TypeScript, but again, for me, they are just the same. So I can just say JavaScript. And if someone says, "Oh, you know TypeScript?" Yeah, I know TypeScript. It's JavaScript, but strong typing, right? Uh, and 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 that happens with a lot of things that are really really similar. Um, so yeah, I know like four or five that are different from each other. Uh, okay, it works. It does not break. Now let's start making funny things, like if there is no um, if there is no heading, what will happen? Okay, it does not break, but this should not be showing this. Okay, and it's showing it. And that shouldn't be happening. I want to know why then. Maybe it's taking the first heading at the top. Okay, I want to say test heading. Hey, I don't have any idea of what is in Queens because I don't know coding. Uh, okay, no worries. I can explain if you have a question. If you want to know, I'll try to do my best. Um, and where are you from? I'm from Mexico. Um, so what's happening here again is that we have a project in programming languages. Well, sorry, I want to explain from scratch like what's happening. There's this project that I use a lot. I like a lot. So I found this issue that the author published a lot of time ago, but it hasn't been added to the project yet. So I can contribute adding the fix or the feature myself that's called open source. So I'll try to get this into the final project so everybody can benefit from these changes. That's what we are doing here. So this is what it's called a markdown file, which is not a programming language, but it's a syntax for highlighting. For example, these double things here, it's for making this a bold. These ones here, it's for making headings. So H2 or H3, which it's called for head one, heading two, heading three. This is really similar to what's happening in a text editor like Word or even in WhatsApp. I don't know if you use WhatsApp, but for example, um, if you hit this on WhatsApp, you probably see the words in bold. So they are internally using in Markdown. So again, it's not programming languages because I cannot perform operations or cycle loops or anything here, but it's just a language and how we highlight syntax. It's very similar to HTML or CSS that are not indeed programming languages, but are languages that, for example, a hypertext markup language, it's the definition of HTML, right? So that's it. How you fix how you're fixing how you're fixing, yeah, well, not fixing because it's not broken, but I'm building a new feature, right? So yeah, I was thinking the now I'm debugging this. So just this task can, yeah, it take the first h that it founds. Interesting, because if I remove all headings, what will be it? Now it fails. Okay, I think that's desired behavior. I think I like that. I'll just ask. I tried removing all headers from the markdown file. It worked as it should because no title is added to the HTML generation. Also, I noticed that when an H3 is before an H2, it takes the first in appearance, not the first in hierarchy. Now, how you write hierarchy? Oh my god. Hierarchy. Okay. With ch. My bad. Hierarchy. Can we make it to take first in hierarchy? I only know C++ a little bit. I'm just 14. I don't have time to learn coding on YouTube. Hey, why don't you have time to learn coding on YouTube? That's how I learned. Uh, a little more older than you, but I mean, like 14, you have a lot of time. You have plenty time. Uh, I don't know what you do in your regular days, but I'm pretty sure you can find time to try to learn that. Um, okay, yeah. So we have vast heading, level, and content or undefined. For in token length, const token. If token type is heading open, okay. Let's try to understand what's the desired function. It would be good to feel the title for convert HTML automatically from the heading of title when title option and title level directive it's not passed. We make this plan from to do command in Marcialite meta plugin. We make this plan from to do command in marked CLI meta plugin. A rule to fill meta from content of slide deck when directives are not defined. Okay. I want to go. I want to go school and do homework at night. No time to learn coding, and I have from India approved education system. Yeah, I get that. Um, well, I think what you can do it's like take times like this, and for example, I'm not going to say I am giving the best educational content. So yeah, try to make the most out of your time. I'm not saying like go completely and lose how to say it. Um, not put attention anymore here, but I want to say there is more specific content. That's the problem with YouTube. I mean, like there's a variety of content that you can access to, and you can get loose really simple. Uh, for example, for the global hack week, you can trust the quality of the streams are going to be really good, but sometimes, for example, they are not related. I mean, like try to relate. all my content, all the streams I give, they're like sequenced. For example, this time I teach this. The next time I'll be teaching something that it's similar or that has relation or that takes knowledge that we gain here from making it possible to do something else there. But that's not the case for all the streams in the global hack week. I don't know, for example, what Carrie did, or I don't know, Asima, or Way, or all the other coaches. Um, so trying to find resources that actually gives you a good path of what you're trying to learn. Again, these ones are great, and the content for these are amazing. And I'm not just saying that because it's my content, but I see streams from other coaches because I get to learn a lot from them. Actually, there are great streams, so that's why I'm saying that. um, so yeah, let's continue. Sorry. I was wondering, for example, here now I can add this. Oh no. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, I got confused. So this is going to be a tree. So the title should be this, based on what we did. Yeah, it is. It's perfect now. I'm just curious, and I was wondering because I see this is the meta plugin TS on the engines. So I'm going to see engines meta plugin. So I'm just going to ask. It works perfect now, but I'm wondering, is this the best file for the function to be? I like your stream. Hey, thank you. Do you know hacking? I can see hacking everywhere. Um, well, yeah, actually, this is hacking in all sense of the word, because we are taking something that already exists, we are making it better through our knowledge, and I think that's hacking. Not only because of the, how to say that, the Hollywood reference we have is someone who steals information or has very computer abilities, typing, or that hacking. It's just modifying something, and that's it. Like modifying something. But yeah, yes, I need to understand this. The placement of these, it's why should it stain? When should it be moved? Okay, suggestion, refactoring, making utils. Okay, then update these to make the outer utils. Okay, no, I'll leave it here. Don't worry. I can't. I just need to move this here without the comment and return it. What I need. From the, not the first, hierarchy heading. Yeah. and this is it, and we have all needed. Okay, perfect. I'll leave it on the file. Are there any other use cases that I might be missing that can cause trouble? And let's see on the things 4K gave it to us. The update configuration, handle edge cases, deal with cases where the first slide has no heading. That's fine. It find it on the document complete. Potential change, complex first side. If the first slide contains complex context, multiple headings, blah blah. Okay, I checked that. The performance, I think it's great. Complex tests. Okay, perfect. So now, no heading it's markdown. I tried that. Not standard heading levels. The markdown contains heading with non-standard levels like 7 or 8. The font. Okay. Okay. Uh, Empty headings. Skipped empty headings. Okay. Yeah. Multiple heading. Malformed markdown. Uh-huh. Yeah, we already. Okay. Let's. We have our we have our feature ready. So let me. I like Australia. He's coding, not hacking. Programming. Why are you not using Sonnet or GPT-4.1 instead of 4.0? Um, I don't know. I think I like the outputs of 4.0 or 4.0. And for the coding and hacking, again, I think it's like kind of the same with what you referred to. I mean, like in this specific case, I do think we're hacking this tool because we're adding some new feature to it. Uh, yeah, I think I just was used to this. I like the outputs. I haven't tried the new ones, so I don't know. I will do. Don't worry. I think there's no like big difference in this, but that's it. That's the only reason. So here, detected title. We already did that. Export HTML. So we can close this. We needed this, and for the moment we're not doing this. So here on Marp CLI, let's go to the end and let's check the contributions. So contribution to projects, blah blah. We accept the call of conduct. Um, Pull requests. Before adding the pull request, okay, requirements in the pull request indicate maintainer test for maintainers. Okay. Uh, the contribution to MARP CLI. Thank you for taking the time to read how to contribute, blah blah blah. Multiple context development. Okay, already used build version. Instead of mark command. Okay, yeah, that was this. Standalone binary, the book. If you have any trouble with MarbCLI, okay, no, filter the book by namespace. You can book not including dependencies. Okay. So I will check here. Uh, I just make one change that's in the info plugin, but in here I want to see if we have a test. Okay, unpin. Okay, let's first remove this folder here. I don't want that anymore. npm run tests. And while this runs, I'll be back in just 1 second. Hey, and I'm back. Well, I see there are many of these that are not passing, so I'm going to check the coverage needed. Uh, it says requirement and pull request indicate related issues in description in many cases. Okay. Uh, what was that? No, I don't want anything from installation. Uh, huh. Okay, requirement and pull request indicate related issues in description of pull request. In many cases, the created pull requests really have problems, related problems. Maintain tests. We need to fill code coverage by writing meaningful text in many projects. We are setting a threshold of global line coverage 95%. You could measure your coverage by running npm run test coverage. Okay, we are going to wait until this is done. Test where we had the engine outline plugin engine PDF transition engine outline plugin. Okay, now just coverage to failed fight failed. I think that's fair enough. Test coverage. Dinosaur with wings. Okay. Um, so I'll probably going to push this. I just need to wait until this ends. That's 2 minutes for that. And okay, perfect. Come on, one more minute. This is mine. I'm going to add a mention to this here. Come on. I think it's going to take the same time to do all of this that the one that was just happening. I'm thinking the next steps. Yes. So success metrics, contribution, communication, recommendation. Okay, yeah. So we are ready. I just need to push this to local, and I can pull request to whatever branch is here. There are only 4 branches. That's to main directly. There is no guide for that. The booking, yeah. So I think we're ready now. Come on, we are almost there. Almost there. 4 more seconds. Okay, yeah. No, now you say 173. Okay, one more test coming up. Um, no. Help me to write the PR description. Build image, get released, depend the bot. I will follow this. Oh, yeah. We're using npm package manager, preacher for matter, and linters for language. CI build won't fail when using the wrong style format. It could be fixed by running npm format. Right? I need to do that. Okay. Run all test suites. Okay, this was too long. It was correct. And just that. Great. And fix. Why was that lang? Lint. Oh, yeah. JS. Oh, it's without this. Sorry. Hmm. Come on, hurry up. Okay, now finally the CSS. I mean, we did nothing with CSS, but uh, perfect. We're ready. Now git checkout to feature auto uh, set set title when possible on HTML. Git status git add git commit fit title helper function added to set title if no provided. I'm going to git push this to uh, origin. Oh no! I checked out. Oh my god! Oh my god! Um, Git. Well, yeah, I can push origin main git check out check out to this branch that I'm going to git push also origin this branch which is feature. It's already there, so here in my branch I can refresh. I can pull request, then oh, now are two pull requests. When we started there was only one. New pull request, we have or what? Okay. Uh, I'm going to move to this branch and I'm going to make this pull request. Now help me write the pure request description. And here on the project, uh, that's a good thing. I had the issue template available because I wanted. Okay, let's see which one looks better. Okay, that one does not. So I will copy this and I will change. Okay, here H1, for example, Markdown. Now we are doing this. I'll say give it to me in Markdown. Okay, perfect. Uh-huh. Description: this pull request introduce functionality to automatically extract the title from blah 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 blah. Improving type of change. Well, maybe here I don't need to include the type of changes. Added the extract title from first heading uh, in function to info plugin iterates from Markdown tokenize. Update the plugin to extract, ensure browse handling H so now heading indefinite empty on my form heading multiple headings at the same level. Purpose: the primary purpose of these screenshots item. This change is backward. Okay, I'm not sure about that, so I don't want to lie. And this one, it fixes. Aha. So I think that's the same. And now just on additional comments, I'll add, let me know if adjustments are needed. The preview looks beautiful. So let's create this pull request. And with that, we made our pull request. That's nice. We just need now authorization from the author, and that will be it. Thank you so much for watching me all these 4 hours, because there were 4 hours for creating this pull request and understanding the environment and the project with all its roots, creating code, understanding the code, testing it, making the template for all of these additions. And well, I think it is worthy to mention that a contribution to open source, it's, how to say, it's somehow challenging. It's, how to say, sorry, I got distracted by the comments. But yeah, it's worth it. It is really worth it. You get a lot of experience, you get a lot of community, and well, there's only good things to say about making these contributions. So thank you a lot for joining me. I like to end up with the comments. Uh, you don't get money from this, right? From the contribution itself, no, I don't. I just like to contribute because there is a tool that I use a lot, and I like the community around it. I like the project itself. Uh, but for the stream, I do get money, so I think that's fair enough. Uh, I'm future because I am in 15 May. Yeah, actually, for me, you're in the future. Where you're working at? You can find my link in GitHub slash Alberthor47. So there's more information about me there. LinkedIn, email, etc. If you want to connect, I'm currently working in logistics company called Bico, which is a startup here in Mexico. But hey, yeah, we can talk a lot more in other times. Right now, time it's ending. So bye bye. Thank you so much and happy hacking. Bye bye.